Hey everybody, today's movie I want to talk about is a first time view for me. Never seen it before. In my whole monster loving life, I never even caught it on television. I don't know how that's possible, but I don't think I ever saw it, at least not in its entirety. So I popped on my brand new Blu-ray of Yongary, Monster from the Deep. And you can see this is a kind of Godzilla wannabe film. This monster is like a slimmer version of Godzilla, a little more slender kind of Godzilla on a diet, if you will. Interesting history about this movie. First of all, this is a Korean film. Yep, Korea. And also, I think Japanese and Korean co-production. And it strives to be just like the Godzilla and the kaiju monsters of Japan, as far as the Toho series goes, trying to kind of like, ride on the coattails, and nothing wrong with that. But it's an interesting situation what happened with this movie. This movie, in the original title for the Korean translation, came out to The Great Monster Yongary. Changed it to Yongary, Monster from the Deep for American television. It was released by American International Pictures in the States, right directly to TV. And it was a staple on TV in America for a long time. Now, the part that I find really fascinating about this is when it came to transferring the elements, the film elements and also the sound elements, because the Korean people involved in this particular production were inexperienced, there was some kind of a mistake made where, as far as everybody knows, the original Korea version of the film in the Korean language and so forth, as originally made, is lost. It's a lost film. The only thing that exists is the Americanized version. And I think in Korea, if you're going to watch this, you have to watch the American TV dubbed version in English. You got to watch it with Korean subtitles. So that's interesting change of pace. Yeah, this pretty much is what you would expect. You got a monster that's awoken from bomb testing, of course, and there's an earthquake in Korea, and the monster rises out of the ground and wreaks havoc all over southern Korea. Now, what's interesting to me about it is it takes a half an hour for the monster to come on screen. And it's a long half hour because the first half hour is bogged down with a lot of boring and bland characters. Honestly, nothing to keep you stimulated until the monster comes. But when the monster does come on, it's like non-stop action. This monster does everything it's supposed to do. Walks around crushing cities, knocking down buildings, swatting at helicopters, breathes fire like Godzilla, has a horn on its head that lights up and shoots rays and things. The action is pretty much there. So this is a turn your brain off if you like these kind of movies where you just have destruction and monsters destroying a city. This is exactly your cup of tea. All right, and of course, the suit, I think it cost 5,000 American dollars at the time, back in 1967. It's not a very good suit. It really looks cheesy. When you first see the monster, especially the first looks you have of the creature, really are kind of chintzy. But later on, as the movie goes, you get used to it and you kind of accept it. Now, I really like the use of the miniature cities here, and the bridges and the skyscrapers, the buildings, the cars, the tanks, everything. Watching this in widescreen on your TV gives it a really good scope feeling. I mean, I like the look of it overall, and I don't expect much else. I mean, the dubbing is about par for the course. There's not much you can say about this. This is a poor man's Godzilla, but yet if you're a person, like I say, that grew up with seeing a giant, a reptilian monster terrorizing cities, and this is exactly what you like to see, you're not going to be disappointed. Most viewers who have no interest in this kind of thing whatsoever are better off looking elsewhere. But it delivers the good as a giant monster destroys mankind kind of movie. There is some ridiculous scenes in there, particularly one where this monster Yongary, who seems to get hit with chemicals a lot and scratches itself and starts itching because of the chemicals, winds up doing a weird twist dance. And it's notorious, this movie, for having the monster do a little dance, which is absurd, but it's fun. So I don't take this seriously. But if I just want to see a movie like this when nothing else is expected, I'm there. So, choose your poison.